I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, toil, nor danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father and all my loved ones who've gone on. I am just going over Jordan. I am just going over home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is hard and steep, but beauteous fields arise before me, where God's redeemed and vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I am just going over Jordan. I am just going over home. I am just going over Jordan. I am just going over home.
I see no refuge for the weary. I see no handouts for the poor. I see no sense of satisfaction on all the ones who just endure. All the slings and arrows slandered against the face of the poor man's dream, while the rich circle in like vultures, picking all the pockets clean. Don't you give me your phony smile. Don't you tell me no more rules. How many people will you trample down before you're finally through? Come on, face the situation. It's just as lonesome as it seems. You've got me lost inside the shuffle of your worn out American dream. Give me no more TV preachers, no more racist attitudes. desperate as it seems. You got us lost inside the shuttle of your worn out American dream. Well, good morning and welcome. So this is our American Music Service. I think the name, even after all these years, sometimes can confuse people. It's not going to be the Stars and Stripes Forever or John Philip Sousa. The origin of this service is the gathering music that probably we're not in the room for yet. In about like 1978, I think the Blasters made this song, American Music, and it was about a GI being far away from home in Berlin, and he just was longing to hear some American music, jazz, country, western, Chicago blues, boogie woogie, and he couldn't find it. So that became the inspiration for Fitzgerald's, a music club in Berwyn, to do the American Music Festival, and I try to go there every year. I don't think I can go this year because it's sold out. But just being there, you hear Zydeco, and then the next performer will be folk, and then the next one will be jazz. So you've got like heavily tattooed blues lovers standing right next to folk lovers, etc. And to me, it's just like a perfect microcosm of America. So that's why we do this service. So we're glad that you came and joined in with us. We started with 3 songs in a row, no talking. I'm kind of superstitious about that. So Poor Wayfaring Stranger, Elizabeth did a beautiful job on that with Jeff on harmony. That's a traditional American tune. And then we went right into Jimmy LaFave, who Jimmy was really a very positive guy, but you just heard that cynicism in Worn Out American Dream. That's Jimmy looking at the words on the Statue of Liberty and comparing the aspirations to the real day life. So it was a little cynical, a little depressing, the band said, but we didn't leave you in that too long because we went right to pop staples, Hope in a Hopeless World. And we're going to be kind of navigating that stretch all along this morning. We're going to touch on some things that are not right about America. You can't flinch away from that, but also talk about the dreams and the aspirations. In many ways, the United States, the American dream, it's an unfinished experiment, right? You know, you've got what we want to be, but then at various times you've got to take a cold, hard look at where we are. So we're going to do that today, all in song. This is the most amount of talking I'm going to do all morning, I promise. But I want to say that the very best compliment that we got last year was 7 songs for 7 principles, and the Roe versus Wade overturning it happened just that week. And people came up to me afterwards and they said, you know, we came in, we were just feeling really crummy about celebrating the 4th of July with everything that's going on, and we love being here, we love singing songs together, and we're leaving feeling a little bit better. So that's the hope for this. So we're going to move right along with the service, and Quinn, could you lead us in the covenant?
Will you all please rise and join in reciting the covenant? We unite to strengthen the bonds of kinship among all persons, to promote human dignity, and to increase reverence for life's creating, sustaining, and transforming power through worship, study, and service.
Okay, well, you know, customarily in a service at this point, we've got a story that's aimed at all ages, kids to the very oldest adults. It's not very often that we have the author here to read this. For those of you who might not know, Cheryl is a longtime member here, contributed to the choir, to all our music services. She moved just a little bit away to McHenry, but she always comes back when we need music like this. In the meantime, she's written this really successful book. So I think just yesterday you told me you hit Amazon bestseller list. And Cheryl's won several awards along the way too. So, and then if you do, we wondered if this was appropriate, but I think it is. If you wanted to buy copies of the book, Cheryl will have them available afterwards. So let's hear Baby Dragon's Big Sneeze.
Okay. It's Baby Dragon's Big Sneeze, and it's also available on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Target.com, and Walmart.com. Okay. I will tell you a story from legends of old of a huge baby dragon who caught a bad cold. He had soared through the villages just as he pleased until one autumn day he regrettably sneezed. Fire burst from his mouth and it burned every shack, so the townspeople planned a great dragon attack. When he saw what he did, the young dragon got scared and wrote an apology note that declared, "For weeks I've been flying around having fun. I never intended to hurt anyone, but I caught a bad cold and then suddenly sneezed. Yes, I burned all your houses and now you're displeased. If someone could help me to finally mend, I'd love to assist you and be your new friend." He was planning to leave them the note overnight before any people could find him and fight. But then Mirabelle came to his cavern to learn why the dragon would suddenly make their homes burn. She steeled up her courage and entered his cave. "Dear dragon," she asked him, "why won't you behave?" "I can't help it," he told her. "I'm terribly sick. I need fireproof tissues and medicine quick." She frowned with confusion. "You sound pretty bad. Perhaps get some help from your mom or your dad." He said he had hatched all alone in this den and then sneezed, but he'd try not to do it again. Then Mirabelle said, "I'll go talk to the king, but until then, please cover your mouth with your wing." The king called the town's most experienced vets, but sadly they only knew how to treat pets. You see, dragons are special. They're really quite rare, so the doctors knew little about dragon care. But the once angry people could now comprehend that the big lonely dragon just needed a friend. Some kind parents took care to arrange his great nest so the dragon could bed down for much needed rest. Town architects crafted a fireproof tissue that dragon could sneeze in without any issue. Top chemists created an oversized pill to help the young dragon avoid feeling ill. They made enough soup for a neighborhood feast, but the bowl was just right for this towering beast. The tailor spent days sewing one massive sweater. Then the next afternoon, the sick dragon felt better. "Oh, thank you so much," the young dragon declared. "I'm really quite honored to know you all cared. I will live here forever and help you rebuild." So the dragon stayed on, and the people were thrilled. The end.
Okay, so originally we had planned on having the Spleens for this song, but they had a family emergency and couldn't quite get here this time, so we hope that they'll be here the next time. I was wondering how many spleens you can lose before you're not viable. So the answer is you can lose 2, and as long as you have 1, you can still, the show can go on. These next 4 songs that we're going to do are just little snapshots of where we're at in America. We're gonna touch on a couple of issues, women's rights, health care, the problems associated with veterans coming back from service. And this next one that Jeff is going to do is about our misplaced priorities. Sometimes we say things are important, and then when you look at what we spend our money on, they don't match up at all. Whether that's a government saying we believe like education is important and spending all their money on other things, or whether it's us as individuals saying, yeah, I care about the world around me, but I also want to buy an expensive car and get a massage and a whole bunch of other things. So here's the song Metal and Wood. As an item, sorry.
I'm channeling my my inner Chaz here. You guys know Chaz. Usually, that's better. He's usually the one who sings this song.
Louise, do you have that next slide with Mary Gaucher's picture up there? So, you know, we've had a lot of Jimmy LaFave songs in this service in previous years. Pop Staples, Mavis Staples, we certainly use that family quite a bit. Another person that is a go-to resource for this kind of thing is Mary Gauthier. That's a picture of her there. She wrote the song Mercy Now, which we've done a couple of times. One project that she does that is just super cool is she works with veterans who've returned from service. Some of them have life-changing physical disabilities. Some of them have PTSD. All of them have issues that they're still working through. And Mary Gauthier herself, I probably couldn't think of a more like pacifistic person, but she works with these veterans and will sit with them one-on-one and pretty much say, tell me your story. And the two of them then create a song that she sings, so it's called Singing with Soldiers. We pulled this song out of that collection. Dorie's going to sing it for us. And this one is from the point of view of the spouse of a returning veteran, so the war after the war.
Who's gonna care? Sorry, let me clear my throat. Who's gonna care for the ones who care, for the ones who went to war? There's landmines in the living room and eggshells on the floor. I lost myself in the shadow of your honor and your pain. You stare out of the window as our dreams go down the drain. Invisible. The war after the war. I get no basic training. I get no Purple Heart. I'm supposed to carry on. I can't fall apart. People look at you and thank you for the sacrifice you made. They look at me and smile and say, I'm lucky you're okay. Invisible. The war after the war. But I'm a soldier too, just like you, serving something bigger than myself. And I serve unseen, caught in between my pain and the pain of someone else. But I'm stronger than you think I am. I'm right here by your side. I am not your enemy, and I don't want to fight. There's no going back in time. I know you're not the same, but you are not the only one for whom this world has changed. Invisible. The war after the war.
Okay, so part of the fun of doing these services is introducing you to songs, artists maybe you haven't heard before. A lot of these songs this morning you're probably hearing for the first time. This group's a little more popular, Lake Street Dive. The singer on there is one of those people that could like sing the phone book and you'd still want to listen. But they've got all these really great songs, and you know, they're always very tuneful and musical, but like always to the point too. So we've had Cheryl come back, and here we are, 50 years after the passage of the Equal Rights Amendment, right? Passage but not ratification. And it seems like we're still struggling with a lot of the same issues as before then. So this is the song, Being a Woman.
Being a woman is a full-time job. I wake up in the morning and I punch the clock. And people tell me take it easy, but they don't say to stop. Being a woman is a full-time job.
Being a woman is a full-time job.
Being a woman is a full-time job. And I work all day and I work all night. Being a woman is an uphill climb. 80 cents on the dollar, and you need every dime, 'cause you got a little baby and she cries all the time. Being a woman is an uphill climb.
Being a woman is an uphill climb.
When you're a woman, you work full time. Yeah, you work all day and you work all night. It's lonely, lonely, yeah. Most of the time I don't even get paid. I spend my lifetime slaving for you. Being a woman is a full-time job. And when we stand up and protest, we're called an angry mob. While another lone gunman loads up his shots. Being a woman is a full-time job.
Being a woman is a full-time job.
Being a woman is a full-time job. And I work all day and I work all night.
Okay, when it comes to healthcare, we're told we have the highest spending of any industrialized country in the world and the lowest outcomes. So Toronzo Cannon certainly wrote a song about that. Here's Toronzo, he's a Chicago bluesman, and if you're wondering about the picture, he's standing on the bus that he drives. So he drives a bus during the day, plays guitar at night, and writes songs like this. My doctor says I'm going down slow. What's ailing me, he don't know. I got a job, but I'm just the working poor. He gave me one little pill and said, go, get some insurance. Get some insurance on yourself. Get some insurance, 'cause you're too young to die. I went to the the office just to see and get insurance to cover me. Most prices I can't afford. It made an atheist call on the Lord. Insurance. Get some insurance on yourself. I need some insurance, 'cause you're too young to die. I read the fine print signed on the line. I hope I bought enough to keep from dying. After all the questions and the third degree, it felt just like a colonoscopy. Insurance. Get some insurance on yourself. You need some insurance, 'cause you're too young to die. Come on, Mark. I read in the paper the other day about a man who lost his spouse. She's pushing up daisies and he can't pay the bill, and now he lost his house. Get some insurance. You need some insurance for yourself. Get some insurance, 'cause you're too young to die. I went back to the doctor with a plan, insurance card in my hand. He looked at it and said to me, pre-existing conditions come with a fee. Insurance. Get some insurance on yourself. You need some insurance, 'cause you're too young to die. Okay, so we did those 4 songs, different ensembles. We're going to get the whole band back up here again. So when you think about the offertory, which we're about to take now, you think about issues like making the world a better place. As I said, you can best understand America, I think, as an unfinished experiment. Our lives, we're working for a world, a better world. We might have it for ourselves, but we also need it for other people too. All of us who walked in here today, we're standing on the shoulders of countrysiders who were here many years before us, right? Who built this building, had this dream, developed these programs. So that's always the case, that we're working for a world, and we got that gratitude for what we've inherited here, what we're benefiting from, but we also have that responsibility to leave the world a better place for other people too. So we're going to sing this song for you by Iris DeMent. Iris is another frequent flyer on the American music song list, and Courtney's going to work us through this. So, working on a world I might never see.
I got so down in trouble, I nearly lost my head. I started waking every morning, filled with sadness, fear, and dread. The world I took for granted was crashing through the ground.
So in the pandemic, we thought we wouldn't be able to do this service anymore, and I remember very clearly standing in Jeff's driveway looking at lawnmowers or something, and he said, you know, we maybe could do this if everybody recorded their part at home, used a metronome, sent it to me, and through Jeff's magic, everything was kind of put together. And, you know, it seemed like an impossible dream in April of 2020, but we did it. I'm still really proud of that service. And you just ask people, like, you know, submit a song and you see what they come in with. And Jeff came in with this beautiful rendition of Neil Young's song, and he played like all the parts on it, and he and Lois multi-tracked themselves. Cheryl came in with a song that I'd never heard of, Casey Musgraves, and it's like, wow, this is just a beautiful meditation. And the Smiths came in with this song, and you know, so like hearing all these songs, it's like jigsaw puzzles, like, well, okay, this one's gonna be the offertory, this one's the opener. And when I heard this one, it's the benediction, there's nothing else it can be. So we asked them to come back and do it live, so whenever you're ready.
May
Okay, so that's it. We want you to keep working for a better world. We don't want you to look at the world with rose-colored glasses, but we want you to keep working on a world you might never see, with hope in a hopeless world, and we want you to have it all. And the way we've ended these services, about 90 times out of 100 is with this Woody Guthrie song, "This Land Is Your Land." Lyrics will be up there if you need it. This is our closing hymn. Jeff shifted to congas because he wants Latin element on this song, which we didn't have time for any other salsa songs or whatever. So feel free to join in with us. This is our closing hymn, so go ahead and stand.